I wanna know.
Can you show me? I wanna
See
know
Jane
about
Wren.
the strangers
See
like
Jane
me.
Wren. Strangers like me. Oh, look, he's riding a bicycle over the trees. He's the first extreme BMXer ever. We should fuck doing a podcast. What we should do is just watch Tarzan on stream and talk over the entire thing. Like, you can't stop talking as the game, because if you do, it gets taken down. You can't stop talking. We'll just have to like picture in picture.
Right.
Did you ever see the thing where the guy put on the UFC fight on Twitch and then had a controller like playing in the background?
I heard about it.
Yeah, it was funny. All right.
That's so great.
The best part is the recording won't reflect anything that just happened.
Right. For the live show only.
All these people in live show. My allergies are going to be a real pain in the ass tonight.
Allergies. That's rough. Nice.
Don't mind my kerchief.
I just want to apologize for the nose blowing. I should have been a better podcaster. All right, that was the last time that joke will ever be told in 2019.
Well, it sounds like we're doing coke on every episode. So somebody's like, all the time.
Mm-hmm. It might be me, actually.
It's both of us.
Just wait till we start doing the podcast breathing, like where you talk for a really long time and then you're like, just so people know that you breathe really deep in between.
I just got the notification that we went live.
Oh, really? Because we've been live for a hot minute.
Not a cold one.
No. There we go. Now it's loaded up all the way for me.
Yeah, what is?
Why is the... Oh. Wrong computer.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the Giant Bomb intro. I've seriously listened to way too much Giant Bomb. It's like 20 hours of it.
That's insane.
It's all I listened to since Christmas. Has been Giant Bomb, and then like I took a break to listen to Potato Thumbs and our show, and then I went back to it.
Yeah. What did I listen to this week?
Did you hear my write-in?
To
on
where?
Potato Thumbs?
Yeah, that was amazing.
I was just like sitting in bed one night, and I just sent him an email. I was like, "This is my choice for Song of the Week. I'm just gonna make myself a part of this one."
Yeah, whether you're on the show or not. And I like how they were like, I don't know if that's like part of the, if that's allowed or not. Like, we never thought of this being a thing, but yeah, I guess we're gonna allow it.
It's in their show notes now that I have a write-in every week.
That's awesome.
They were like, I told them, I was like, if I don't send you one, just DM me and I'll send you one real quick.
Yeah, I'm in that same chat as you.
Yeah, but I don't ever read it.
You don't read any chat.
I don't got time for that. I wish I had more time to sit on Discord. It's like being on AOL Instant Messenger.
Yeah.
Howdy, Shepherds. We've got Dax Shepard and your yet to be unnamed Shepard here.
It's Margot Shepard.
Oh, it's Mark. I don't know, Margot. All right. Let me try that one again. Greetings, Alliance Military, and welcome to BarelyADS, the show where we barely talk about Destiny, your number one source for video game news. If you're a Destiny enthusiast or happen to be a Mass Effect enthusiast, in which case you will have gotten our intro. I'm Dax Shepard. No one's gonna get that. I'm here with Margot Shepard.
Indeed. What's up? There's like 10 people maybe that are gonna understand that joke.
Here's your intro. Here's your intro for the Game Club podcast. Welcome, Alliance Military. We're here for the Mass Effect Game Club episode. I'm Dax Shepard. With me is Margot Shepard. Welcome to the flock.
Yep.
Welcome to the flock. Never mind. Two intros. You get one intro for our show and one that doesn't exist yet. Scott is not here tonight.
Yep.
Work has been kicking his ass apparently, so he works
Indeed.
those overnights. Thoughts and prayers out to you, Mr. Wrench Swinger. If you didn't know, you can watch this show live Friday nights at about 9 to 9:30 p.m. at twitch.tv/BarelyADS. That's right. It's not Xanafan 711 anymore. We changed it as of last episode. And if you're new to this show, welcome.
Yeah.
Season
Hello.
3. Starting it off differently. Whatever. Band of the week this week, Walter, etc. Okay? That's Walter, ETC, period. That's the name of their band. You can
Nice.
find them at Walter, ETC, period, bandcamp, period, com/album/ just fuck the album part. Just go to their Bandcamp.
Yeah.
It's cool, man. It's more of that like lo-fi 80s sound.
Dope.
We've had a couple of times we've had that.
We've been really digging the lo-fi in the BarelyADS Discord. It's been great.
I like how you can kind of tell what Narwhal's been listening to. Just kind of swings through the show.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to hear your band on the show, send us an email. Send it to BarelyADestinyshow@gmail.com, or you can email us with anything, not just bands. I say the bands first because no one's ever done it. Are you in a band and you listen to the show? Send us your music. We'll play it on the show. We'll plug it. Fuck.
Heck yeah.
You play Destiny, you probably just come on as a guest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. That reminded me we have to schedule some interviews.
We do. Let's just talk about the nitty-gritty about our show, the things we talk about in Discord. Scott's not here, so we'll derail everything.
Yeah. A little inside baseball for you.
No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. As of next week, Steve assures me that we will have a Patreon and we will start giving money to these bands and pay for our site hosting and podcast hosting.
Yeah.
And maybe, depending on how this goes, figure out some other shit. The point of this Patreon is we don't know how it's going to go. And until we kind of see how it's going to go, then we can start kind of doing tiers and rewards and all that shit.
Right. Probably just start with 2 tiers.
Yeah. I don't know
The
what
standard crap. I'm guessing tier 1 is just access to getting the band of the week. And tier 2, maybe we'll do like 1 extra podcast a month for that. That will release later for everybody.
This is too much. Listen,
we're just brainstorming live right now at twitch.tv/BarelyADS.
I'm just letting you know what you're gonna get into with Patreon, and that's that we don't know yet, but we want to figure it out. And the thing is that I want to make sure that the tiers are rewarding, but also I don't want to lock out the person who doesn't want to give us any money from stuff. I don't want to make it so that way if you don't feel like giving us any money, we're just like, hey, fuck you. Mostly just because I want people to listen to the content that I do make. So.
Yeah.
We have a Twitter, BarelyADS. We have a Discord. You can find it at BarelyADS.com. That's right. Our website got links to everything in there. You can join our clan. Come on, dog. Do it. We play Destiny.
And other games.
No, I mean, you want to talk about this? Because we don't have any new iTunes reviews, but I am taking a break from Destiny right now.
Me too.
I mean, I've been doing it for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
I found that the Black Armory, it doesn't have much that I really feel I need. I did get the breakneck, and I'm very close to getting the loaded question, and I really wanted those. So now that I have those, it's kind of I'll hop on and play with people and play the raid. But there's so many other games that have been coming out, so many games that are going to be coming out. There's a lot to play,
right.
And I just want to encourage people that listen to the show. I know that you're probably all diehard Destiny fans. If you're not like really feeling it, go ahead and play some other stuff because Destiny's gonna be there. When I get bored of everything else, I'm coming back to Destiny because that's my roots and I'm never gonna stop playing the game.
Exactly.
But right now, there's a lot of stuff to play. I just rolled credits on Red Dead 2.
Nice.
Um,
What's in your
I need to roll
backlog
credits on.
unlocked, unopened? What do you have that's unopened?
Oh, what do I have that's unopened?
Or if it's digital that you haven't started.
I mean, there's a million PlayStation Plus games. I just got Soma for the PC. I barely have touched the Messenger. There's a ton of stuff that I haven't played that I have. I want to play Hotline Miami. But I'm mostly, right now, I want to clean up games that I fell off of. So, like, I'm going back to Spider-Man. I'm close to the end of that. I want to beat Spider-Man. And I want to hop in and I want to beat Far Cry 5. Even though everyone says that ending is horrible, I'm so close to the end. I'm like maybe 3 hours from beating that game.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm maybe like 3 hours from finishing Spider-Man because I just have the 2 DLCs. But yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, and I have unopened games.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Smash just came out.
I could play BioShock Infinite, which I've had I've had it for 2 years now and have not played.
Yeah.
But
and we all got to play
I played
Mass
it a little bit. I did play. No, actually, I played BioShock Infinite more than a little bit. I got about halfway through that, and then it kind of fell off. And I did that in like 2 days.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to play Red Dead again, but
oh, geez.
Well, I was talking to my wife, and I said, it's a bummer that Red Dead is so long because I don't think I'll ever go back and play it.
Right.
And like, there's a lot that I didn't experience, and I want to try and be a good guy instead of a horrible asshole in that game. Because there's a lot of different endings.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Nice. I need to finish it so we can do a spoiler cast where we talk about all the endings.
It's good. The epilogue is long as hell.
Yeah. I just started chapter 3 though.
See, and that's the thing is you could sit in chapter 3 for a very long time. Yeah. It's the best place to stop playing the game. Like, that's the best place to just be like, all right, story missions be damned. I'm going to go out into the woods for the next 40 hours of this game. I did not do that. I blew through the story, constantly trying to get to the areas from Red Dead 1.
Yeah.
Not realizing that they are there, and they kind of suck. So don't push to get there because there's nothing to do there. Just letting everybody know. There's like, I won't spoil it in case you want to go there, but there's really not much. The biggest one that I want to finish is Dragon Age Inquisition because I'm 90 hours into that, but that has been a very long time since I've touched it. I have no idea. Like,
oh man, you might have to make a new character to get a grasp of the mechanics so you could go back to your other character. That's what I'm thinking. I
might play like 5 or 10 hours on a new character and then jump to my 90-hour playthrough.
Yeah. I have that too that I started once and never went back to, but I really do want to because it feels really good and it's a BioWare game. I know. I have in my backlog right now between 4 games, like 400 and maybe more like 500 hours of gaming in 5 games that I haven't started.
So, I've been playing a lot of Mass Effect lately, and I do a lot of the side quests in that. I'm actually addicted to doing the side quests now, except for the surveying and collecting crap. I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah. As you do.
But if you try and play Dragon Age Inquisition like that, you could easily play through the Mass Effect series twice before you finish Inquisition. Like the trilogy. Because that game's like 90 hours is the like minimum for Dragon Age, I do believe. So I'm not even close to the end because I've been doing everything. So I'm like, this is going to be like 150, 200 hours for me.
Yeah. That's how Zelda Breath of the Wild is too. Like you said you wanted to borrow that game and I'm just like, well, first I got to beat it and I'm maybe halfway through. And
I don't know if I'm going to play it. I think I'm going to skip it. There's so many games coming out.
You can skip it.
Especially because I'm not a huge Zelda fan.
It's way different than Zelda. I mean, think of it as like Zelda Skyrim style.
Yeah.
It's just like huge open world. You could do whatever you want in whatever order you want to do it. With the RPG mechanic of your stuff breaks.
But I like the world that Bethesda has made with Skyrim.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like the weird Japanese fantasy that is Zelda.
I feel it.
But
it's not for everybody.
Yeah. So if you want to take a break, take a break.
Yeah.
Let's see. What have we been playing lately? I have stuff I want to talk about actually, but you go first. I've been talking a while.
I mean, if we're talking what I've been playing lately, basically just Magic the Gathering Arena.
No Celeste.
Well, yeah, I've been playing some Celeste too. I am just starting chapter 6 or 7, so I'm a little over halfway done. And whew, it's so good. But like I've only been playing it at I have been playing more than that. I played a little Celeste and I played a bunch of Smash actually. So that game's pretty dope. Online is garbage. It's really bad. I was doing one-on-one peer-to-peer and with my buddy James, and it was lagging real bad.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get Nintendo Online. There's nothing that I want to play online. Yeah. Maybe Mario Kart if we're gonna start doing that, but I don't have Mario Kart yet. So that's why also anybody that's been sending me their Switch codes, I don't have online. I don't have any games that can be played online. So when I do get one that I want to play online, that's when I'll get it and I'll friend everybody. But until then, I'm gonna stay offline.
Right. And if you do want to squad up to play Mario Kart or Smash or something, there's a channel in the Discord where you can drop your Switch friend code.
Yeah.
So
it's nice.
Yeah, get in there. Everybody got a Switch this year. Everybody.
Yeah. It's nice. I like it because it's kind of like we're waiting for the new generation of PlayStation and Xbox, and then Nintendo's just like, hey guys, we made a new system. We're like, what?
Yeah. Like snuck it in there, and then 2 years later, everyone's like, this thing is amazing.
Well, it took a minute. Mm-hmm. Nintendo was like, hey guys, we made a portable Xbox 360. You can play Skyrim on it. You can play all these old Xbox games. It is funny because I do want to, like, part of me was like, I should buy LA Noire. And I was like, no, I don't want to play LA Noire. And I have it for Xbox. Right. Why would I? It just makes me want to buy stuff. I bought a game today, though.
What'd you get?
I bought Florence.
Ooh, I've been meaning to do that also.
Do it. It's okay. Florence is $3, and it takes under an hour to play, and so I'm getting choked up already. I cried a lot. It's a very emotional game.
Ugly cry or just cry?
No, just cry. It's very emotional. It just goes through the story of a relationship, and I can't really tell you a lot about the game without spoiling it. Even the mechanics go into what it's like to be in a relationship. Like, it
won Best Mobile Game, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't really classify it as a game.
No? It's
kind of an interactive story.
Okay.
But, yeah, if you're in your 20s, and especially if you're single, oh, fuck, I can imagine this thing would wreck you.
Right.
It was really good. It was very, very much worth the $3. And I had been putting it off for a long time. Just do it. Like, even if you're just laying in bed tonight, just download that stuff. It's really good.
Oh yeah.
On a completely different note, I've been playing a lot of Super Mario Odyssey, and I don't like Mario games, especially like the Super Nintendo ones. I am not a fan.
Right.
Like all the 2D ones, I'm like, fuck this noise.
Yeah.
This one is amazing.
Yeah, it's like regular Mario style Mario Galaxy, right?
I don't know, because I didn't play any of those, because, like I said, I don't like Mario games.
Oh, me neither, but Mario Galaxy was dope. It's like a 3D platformer action adventure, a little RPG-ish.
So my wife and I have been playing, and if you're not familiar with Odyssey, there's a Mario, obviously, and then he has a hat, and the hat is a person. That's the catch in this, and the hat can take control of stuff, and then Mario can turn into like a Koopa or any sort of things. We've been playing co-op, and I am the hat, and she's the other thing, and she's not great at Mario, so like we'll go to a boss fight. She's just trying to avoid getting hit by shit, and I'm flying around as the hat, like hitting things out of the way that are coming at her.
Nice.
So it's like the perfect game to play with with a child. She's better than a child, but
Yeah.
if you have like a young kid, like you can totally just guard them as the hat. It's so good.
That's awesome.
Other than that, like it is baby's first video game. There's even a mode that won't let you fall off the edge of stuff.
Oh wow.
But while that happens, there's also like they give you star or moons for everything, and there's some that are so fucking hard to get. Like it has such a range of difficulty where you can just go and like ground pound a spot and get a moon, or you could have to do this crazy time trial like jumping puzzle. Like I had to do one where the normal jump doesn't work, so you either have to backflip or do like the triple jump, or like you have to do one of the super high jumps, and they're not super easy to consistently do, especially in a small space. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of fun stuff.
Heck yeah.
And the costumes are hilarious. Like today we were playing and Mario had on a lab coat and a baseball hat, and I was like, hey, that's basically my work attire. And then we went to the city and we put Mario in a suit and a hard hat, and I was like, yeah, he's like the business guy who's showing the investors the site. And then we straight up ran across an NPC dressed exactly the same as him.
That's
And
awesome.
it was funny. Yeah, I was like, haha, the business suit and the hard hat. The last thing I've been playing is Hollow Knight, and that game is fucking infuriating and really good.
Nice.
I don't know.
That's how Celeste is.
I'm pretty sure I'm bad at platformers and these things where like the boss comes out and you have to like learn all of their attack patterns first before you even have a shot.
Yeah.
I've conservatively played the first boss over 20 times. And it
Wow.
sucks because when you die, you have to go back to get your corpse. Otherwise, you don't get any of your money. And
Oh.
you don't start off right there. You start off at a save point. So you have to like jump through some shit. And I was just like, I beat it last night on the run that I was like, all right, I'm done. Got my corpse, which is right by the boss. And I was like, all right, fuck it. One more. And then I beat it.
Nice.
It controls really tight. Like the controls are so good, but fucking Switch, piece of shit controllers.
Yep. Play it with a regular. That's why I got my regular controller. Like Celeste
Well-
on that is so much easier than Celeste on the Joy-Cons. know.
It's the connectivity that pisses me off, because I'll hit jump and it'll do like the spell button or nothing, or like I'll try and like move and they just don't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, then I'll just kind of shift them around and then it connects again. Like they'll disconnect randomly, and I think it's because they're too close to my Wi-Fi router, but I have no idea how I'm gonna like move shit around to fix it. But
Yeah.
fucking hey Nintendo, my PlayStation doesn't fucking freak out one.
Yeah.
So
Also, my controller is wired, so I don't have that problem either.
I have a child, so I do have the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet the Pro controller does a better job.
I bet you it probably does. Or at least will be consistent, because one Joy-Con will be fine and the other one will have a connection issue.
Ugh. See, I never play with the Joy-Cons separated.
All I have is Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
And that's not separated. That's even in the dock. The grip. One
The
will just be
handheld
like
mode?
no, in the grip that comes with it to make it like feel like a regular controller.
Yeah.
It'll just be like, yeah, the right one doesn't know where it's at.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I only play handheld mode or with my controller.
Yeah. Well, all I have is Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Rip me. A lot of
All
games
right.
coming out this year, 2019, the year of our Lord.
Yep. There are. Like, we thought 2018 was a great year for games. And it might still be better than next year. But I think next year might give it a run for its money.
It's going to be tough. I'm looking at a list of my favorites for this next year, and other than Last of Us 2, I don't see anything that's going to wow me. And this year we got God of War and Red Dead,
Yeah.
but who knows? Maybe like Rage 2 will be fucking incredible.
I'm not really interested in that.
I liked the first Rage.
I didn't play
It had fun AI. Like it had shit that would like run around on the walls and the ceiling and was pretty erratic, and it added verticality to the shooting without being able to jump and shit like that. You just had to like look at the ceiling all the time.
Oh, okay. See,
Not just the ceiling, but
I think Anthem could potentially be really good. I guess what we're doing right now is thinking like what has a shot at Game of the Year
yeah.
next year.
Last of Us Part 2, I
Yeah.
think is just, unless something else comes out, you're just like, well, if they don't fuck it up, it wins.
Yeah, if Anthem can pull off what Destiny does in PvE with a story as good as we know they can do with a Dragon Age or a Mass Effect game, then it's going to destroy.
It's a tall order.
Yeah, but having played it, it seems possible.
But it's possible.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I guess we're going to go through some games that are coming out this year, kind of talk about them and what we think, you know, is going to go on with them. First on the list is Kingdom Hearts 3, which I have about zero interest in, but I'm going to play a lot because my wife loves Kingdom Hearts.
Right.
I asked her, hey, did you ever beat Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2? And she's like, no. And I'm like, what happened? She's like, I'm just stuck.
Oh, no.
Okay. So hopefully there's like an easy mode or something. I don't know. I'm going to make her push through and beat it, but that was a game that was big in her family growing up. Did you ever play Kingdom Hearts, though?
No, never had an interest in Kingdom Hearts.
No, neither did I. I had friends that would play it, and I was always like, what is this fucking game that's like Final Fantasy with Disney?
Yeah.
And after watching her play a lot of 1 and 2, and I've played a fair amount of those with when she can't beat stuff, those games suck control-wise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like JRPGs with like in-time attacks, you know, and non-turn-based ones, I'm not that into. Like I wasn't super into Final Fantasy 15. That was tough to control as well. So like for me, if I'm playing a JRPG, I kind of expect it to be turn-based, and
So,
that's the point.
This is my point with saying all this bad stuff about the first 2 games. I hope Kingdom Hearts 3 like feels way different. I really hope it does, because if it doesn't, it's gonna be bad. And I've heard some people say that Kingdom Hearts 3 feels like a PS2 game. So that sucks.
Yeah, that's definitely not a good way to be. Well, like I said, Final Fantasy 15, I did not like the way that game controlled at all.
Yeah, I didn't play it. It looked really pretty though.
Yeah.
We did have one of my funniest times in a game was when my buddy was riding around in the car with the boys.
Uh-huh.
And we were just like, how funny would it be if How Bizarre is playing? And then we cut a little clip of him riding in the car with the boys to the How Bizarre. It's great.
Nice.
Ooh, baby. Help is on. You know what game needs help is Crackdown 3.
Yeah. Does anyone care about this game? Really?
I played Crackdown. Maybe it's Crackdown 2. It's really fun to run around and jump from building to building like you're Superman that can't fly.
Yeah.
So
Maybe that's how they make a Superman game, is to just make a Superboy game.
hey, there you go. It's just Crackdown.
Yeah.
So reskin Crackdown 3 is Superboy, and maybe you have a chance at a game that people won't hate. Crackdown, I think the problem is Crackdown to me feels like one of those games, like it's in the same vein to me, and I know this is sacrilegious to say, but as Diablo and RTS games, where you're just like, I don't think that game's fun anymore. Like Gears of War is in that category as well. Like Gears 5 is coming out, and I'm just like, you guys like really honed in the cover shooter, but like so did everybody else by this point.
Yeah.
So like Crackdown, like when the first one came out, yeah, it's fun to jump from building to building, but like, yeah, man, we got Spider-Man this year. Like, you can't make a game that like a open free roam game where you jump around that feels better than fucking Spider-Man.
Oh my god.
Like, how are you going to iterate on that? So
Exactly.
I hope the best for Crackdown, but it seems like a game that's going to be a fucking dumpster fire.
Right.
Like only
It got delayed
Xbox Game
so
Pass.
many times.
And for what? Like, it doesn't seem good. So just that to me screams it's in a bad spot.
Yeah.
This game I am excited for. Resident
Yeah.
Evil 2 remake.
Yes, I'm so stoked. So
So,
stoked. This is the beginning of the Leon story, right?
yeah. What's your track record with Resident Evil? Which ones have you played?
I've played 4 twice and watched you play a bunch of 1.
Okay.
That's it.
I played 4, 5, 6, and 1. And then I've tried some of the old games,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, these games suck. Like, 1 took me a long time to get into because it's so different. And that's the order I played them in, is 4, 5, 6, 1.
Yeah.
1 is awesome, but with 2, they're changing the camera angle to be like 4.
Yeah.
And apparently they're even slightly changing some stuff to where, like, if you really know Resident Evil 2 like the back of your hand, you're going to be surprised. There's going to be stuff that's not the same,
Yeah.
which is cool.
That is cool. A true
Apparently,
remake.
like, minor things, not enough to be like, this is a different game, but like, oh, usually something comes through this window and now it doesn't.
I heard it also fixes some inconsistencies in the lore.
What I want to know is how I get my hands on the Japanese version where you can, like, blow people's limbs off and it's like ultra gore mode.
Yeah, come on. PS,
Like-
what is it? Sony America, right? That's who's.
That's probably who it is, but it's like, are you kidding me? We're America. We love that shit. Mm-hmm. Like, the more gory, the better. But we got to protect our children.
Right.
So, yeah, Resident Evil 2. Anthem, we have talked about.
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to talk about with Anthem, though?
Please get it on PC if you're going to get it and you have a PC. You're going to. You're just going to want it on PC.
Yeah, my thing with getting games on PC is, like, if it sucks to control with mouse and keyboard, then plug in a controller.
Yep.
And take the frames.
Yep.
So,
Also,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I hope we all can come together, the Destiny community that's excited about this game, and play the crap out of it. And, like, I just don't see this game being that fun with a controller and limited frames. It's gonna be it's a BioWare game, and I played it on PC and it was smooth. But like like the way it looks, I can't imagine it running that smooth on a console.
well, we'll see.
We'll see how well optimized it is, but
Yeah, the pro systems and things exist. My biggest concern with Anthem is if that shooting. Because it feels like Mass Effect. I don't think Mass Effect's guns are the best feeling guns that I've ever felt. Like, it needs to feel weighty, but not like when you do a charge shot in Mass Effect where it's just like, feels like a fucking cannon fell off your arm.
yeah. I really wish I could talk about it. I don't know if the NDA's lifted or not, but like I really wish I could talk about it. But
Well, we'll talk about it more later.
yeah, combat is more akin to a Mass Effect style though, where shooting is not. You're gonna not need to shoot a lot.
Just
You know what I
throwing powers around.
So
Metro Exodus. I have not played any of the Metro games. This actually has interested me, though. I don't know why.
I don't know what
Just-
this is. Can you explain it briefly?
Post-apocalyptic. I know. I'm pretty sure that in Metro, the first one, your bullets were currency.
Oh wow.
So, I don't think that's the case anymore. And Metro took place entirely like in a subway system. I don't know. It's just it's a survival game.
Okay.
So, I'm excited because I heard a lot of people talk about the first Metro. I don't really know much about the new one, but I've seen the trailer for it, and I was like, this looks like something I would enjoy. I like post-apocalyptic stuff.
Yeah.
Moving right along, Devil May Cry 5. Now, this is more up your alley.
Yeah. I haven't played 3 and 4 this year. I am super stoked for this game. This game is just fun. Like, DMC games are not to be taken seriously in any way, shape, or form. They're ridiculous hack and slash, just great times with tough bosses, and you can string your combos together really well. You know, it's like the combat of Monster Hunter World fast and comboed together.
I played one of the Devil May Cries. I think it was 4.
That's a good one
And
to play.
it's fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's stuff like, I don't know. I've never been good at games that make me juggle. I'm just the worst at juggling. Except
you
from
mean, like-
Spider-Man, because it's the easiest fucking thing in the world.
Staying in the air, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
juggling an enemy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've done that in fighting games, right? Where you're like, you're never gonna hit the ground.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
and you get used to it. Try like I played 3 first and then 4, so in 4 it was much easier to.
And
do
I
it.
did play DMC, the
Oh, I didn't-
the American Ninja Theory one.
I
think it's
did not
Ninja
play
Theory.
that one.
It's fun.
Yeah, I need to play it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like the aesthetic of the American one. I like the aesthetic of the Capcom ones better.
Yeah. Okay.
But
They're very stylized. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just a stupid fun game. I'm excited. Probably be 15, 20 hours.
yeah, DMC, the Ninja Theory one, just picture like Inception hell.
I never saw
Like-
Inception.
Oh, it's just like it's a city, but everything's broken apart, and it just looks like hell everywhere. It's very red and kind of, I don't know. I don't really like red games, so I'm kind of dreading Mass Effect 2 a little bit. It's very red.
Yep.
Division 2. Now, did you play the first Division?
No. And
Do you plan on playing the second Division?
no, I don't.
Okay,
There-
you want
I-
to move on?
I plan on like Division 2 is just, I don't know. I don't like games like combat gun games that are set in just like present day with normal guns and stuff like that. Like, this is not my thing. And it looks like it, if I was into that, I would probably like it more than Destiny,
My problem is
you know?
I can't suspend my disbelief enough to shoot somebody in the head with 17 clips of an auto rifle, and they're like a human. I'm just like,
That's
I
probably part of it too.
I
you
can't.
know?
If it's a giant space alien, sure. But like, if I'm shooting an AK at somebody, I'm like, I don't care if you're level 100 or level 2. One shot to the head between the eyes, you're done. So, whatever. Division 2. All the power in the world, people that like that game. What do we got? Sekiro.
Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice? Is that what it's called?
Yes. Now, I always get confused because I want to play both of these ninja games.
Yeah. That one and the other one is, well, one's a ninja game. Sekiro is a ninja game. Ghost of Tsushima is a samurai game.
I don't know. I don't know if I call this a ninja. This is the one that this is the one that's made by From Software. So this is the Dark Souls creators.
Yes. And I've
I would
heard
like
it's
to play
very
this
hard.
one. I would like to play this one more because the combat seems not as like it's like your decisions don't matter as much as they did in Dark Souls or Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Where
Well,
it's
like,
a little faster, so you have more forgiveness. It looks like.
I've heard this one is much more about evasion. Like, it's better to be moving around more quickly as opposed to the
Like sit there and do damage.
As opposed
Like,
to,
don't
like-
do that.
Bloodborne's a, like a riposte style from what I've seen, and then Dark Souls is a like turtle up and wait for your opportunity, then strike
Yeah.
thing. So this is going to be more aggressive, dodgy style combat from what I've
Bloodborne's Bloodborne is super aggressive. This seems like it's dodgy, but not hold up a shield and wait. So, I'm excited for Sekiro. Ghost of Tsushima.
Mm-hmm.
That's who's making that one?
That's Sucker Punch, right?
Yeah. This one I'm also excited to play. This is the samurai one.
Yeah, I am more excited for this one than for Sekiro.
Sucker Punch. Did you play Infamous?
No.
Okay, Infamous is really fun. I don't know how they're gonna do this. Honestly, like it's so different. So, who knows? It looks fucking tight though.
Yeah,
Really excited.
yeah. That one's more. Oh, the combat looks very interesting, and it's like more focused, one-on-one style combat. Like
Yeah.
I have a feeling
Which is
it's
just baffling because Infamous is like fucking run around blasting a million people. Like,
yeah.
it's crazy. Such a different kind of game. I'm super excited because I really do like I played Infamous Second Son as the first one. I tried to go back, but once you play the good one, you can't go back. Yeah, Infamous is fucking fun.
Oh yeah.
I'm very excited for this next one. It's Days Gone. This is
The Kojima game, right?
no.
No.
Days Gone is the zombie motorcycle game.
Oh, what? Weird.
Well, okay, so it's you're a guy who has a motorcycle, and it's a zombie game, and your motorcycle is you have to do repairs, and if you lose it, you got to go get it back. Like,
Oh,
it's
so
your
the
way to
motorcycle
travel.
is a character.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I've seen some gameplay from it, and there's like this dude just like running with a sea of zombies behind him, and he like gets up on a roof, and there's just like they're just like crawling all over the place. It looks so fun. I love the idea of zombie games where it's just like insane amounts of zombies.
Yeah.
And this is also the one, I don't remember if you remember this from E3, where they're like sneaking around, and the guy sets a bear trap, and then somebody steps in the bear trap, and that attracts a horde of zombies because he starts screaming, and then they shoot the guy in the head to get him to shut up so the zombies won't show up.
Oh yeah. I
I don't know if
that.
you remember that. It was
Yes.
awesome.
Okay. You're just like, whoa! I can't believe they showed that, and I can't believe that's a thing. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So Days Gone seems really good. We talked about it in pre-show, or not pre-show, Rage 2 though. We talked about it during the show earlier.
Yeah.
Super excited for Rage 2.
I kind of just don't really have any desire to play this game.
Did you ever play Doom 2016?
No.
Okay.
Remember, I don't really like shooters.
You should try one of these games because these like stylish, high octane shooters are so much like dumb fun. It's like watching Transformers, but in a video game.
Yeah.
You're just like running around, like punching like holes through people's chests, like crazy stuff. I love the games where the power fantasy is just like through the roof. Yeah. Speaking of Doom, though, Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I mean, also.
There's a grappling shotgun now, and you can like grapple to somebody and pull towards them and blow them up as you're like flying towards them. It adds a lot of verticality and aerial combat to the game. So Doom 2016, the hot follow-up,
Yeah.
looks awesome.
Yeah. Probably not gonna play it.
Another game we're not going to play, but it looks good. Ori. The new Ori game comes out in 2019 for Xbox.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Ori really. Actually.
It's a platformer. Ori, and I think the new one's Will o' the Wisps.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a platformer.
I might, depending on what kind of platformer it is, I might end up I might start getting into platformers more.
Get Hollow Knight. It's so good.
I'm planning on it. So.
I like listen to the Hollow Knight soundtrack. It's that game is so good. That was like the first thing that grabbed me was when I walked into this town, and it's just like this sweet like piano song that's just like so dark, and then a violin comes. Oh my god, it's really good. That game is so like it's beautiful.
Heck yeah.
Where are we at? We're almost done with this list. Dreams. We'll see.
Yeah. Right.
Nobody knows. I've heard a lot about that game. I'm excited to see it come out. I would like to try and make something in Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it would be. Maybe I'll make a stupid podcast game. Just like something only people that listen to these shows will like. But
That'd be fun.
who knows?
Yeah.
Dying Light 2, another zombie game. I didn't play the first Dying Light, but I remember it kind of looked like Dead Island to me. and I
Okay.
enjoyed that game. And then this is another game, first person, run around killing zombies. So, hey, why not? Not a lot of first person zombie games here. Ooh, Bibble in the chat says Peep Gree if you like platformers. That game is on the Switch and it looks beautiful. Like it's the art style is all done by a painter,
Oh,
and it
nice.
looks like a painting the entire time. It's so beautiful. I don't know how the gameplay actually is, so that's my only beef. Is I'm just like I want to if I don't like playing it, this is gonna suck. But I definitely want to see that whole game. So maybe I'll watch some Twitch streams of it or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Dying Light 2 zombie game, another part 2 zombie game, The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh my God, so much hype. I kind of don't think it is gonna come out in 2019. This is like a speculated to come out in 2019 game, but I'm still excited for it nonetheless.
I mean, what is there to say other than like the writing was on point for the first game? Is such a good story. I
Yeah.
played that game and immediately it was in my top 5 of all time. So
Right. Because you fall in love with Joel as a character, and you see his transformation, and then you're like, wait, he's not even the main character.
see, for me, it was that as I felt that I was like in the shoes of Joel the whole time. Like Joel to me just was me. It didn't feel like he was his own character as much as like I just thought a lot like he would. And when the tough decisions come up in that game, I was completely on the side of Joel because I had like over the course of playing this game, you build such a good relationship with Ellie that it's just like I don't know. That game made a really big impact on me, and I'm super excited for part 2. And I don't know what they're gonna do to make it. Like I have all the faith in the world in Naughty Dog, but at the same time, I'm like, please don't fuck this up.
Right. Like you have like the reason it's scary is because they haven't fucked up in a long time.
Yeah, and it's,
If
the first
ever.
one was so good that it's like, please don't fuck up like my favorite franchise. It's like, fuck, this is an all time great. Don't mess it up.
We can't afford another Mass Effect situation.
Oh my god. BioWare, you let me down, Dad.
Yep.
Hey, Pokemon Switch coming out in 2019 supposedly.
Yes. Like
real
I'm so
Pokemon.
excited. And the best part is if they nail this thing, like if it's Pokemon as you know it and they can add some new hotness to it, I think it could be a Game of the Year contender. Like Pokemon is a huge deal.
The only thing that would bar it from being a Game of the Year contender is that a lot of people just don't like Pokemon. Like a lot of people are like turn-based RPG, kid shit, goodbye. You know what I mean?
I kind of disagree. I think Pokemon is much more of a phenomenon than you think. Pokemon is insanely popular, and them releasing Let's Go at like a month ago is only going to get people more interested in that kind of Pokemon game. And
That's
Pokemon
fine.
Let's Go sold incredibly well for a remake.
The Game of the Year awards are rarely given by the public. They're given by industry people, and industry people are going to cream their pants over Last of Us Part 2.
And Pokemon. Industry people are going to cream their... Dude.
I've never heard somebody talk shit about Last of Us. I've heard a lot of people be like, I don't like Pokemon.
Yeah. And I've
And
heard
a lot of people are like,
those...
I just never played Pokemon. I have no interest. Like, I used to be a big Pokemon guy. I have no interest in playing Pokemon anymore.
Oh my gosh. I think
There's
you should give it a shot.
way too many Pokemon. For me to be a child and learn 150, and now there's like 800, I'm just like, no. I'm
See,
done.
but that's the greatest part is they're like not as many old Pokemon in the newer generations. You're
all I
there
wanna
for the
see.
new ones.
That's all I want to see is the old ones.
Then you should get Let's Go. I bet you'd really like it.
I'll buy it when it's very cheap and my daughter can play it.
Okay, so never. Got it. Moving on.
Far Cry New Dawn. This is the follow-up to Far Cry 5. If you watch the Game Awards or you see any trailers for this, you know how Far Cry 5 ends. I don't know. I don't get it because I never finish Far Cry games, but I always buy them.
No, I've
Like
never
I
played
finished 3, and that was the last one. I didn't finish Primal. Well, I finished Blood Dragon. I didn't finish Fallout 4. Blood Dragon is super short. New Mario Brothers U Deluxe. You put this one on.
Yeah, it's the follow-up to the new Mario Brothers U, the 4-player Mario platformer game, which was very well received on a console that was not very well received. So yeah, it should be good if you like Mario games and you like multiplayer. This is the game for you, and a lot of people are excited about it.
It's 2D, and I will never play it. I know that
Right.
you can bonk people on the head and get like super jumps. I played a little bit of the last one on the Wii U.
Yeah.
It was okay. I get why people would like it. Another one you put on here, Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, I'm actually interested in this. I heard really good things about 10's story mode. Injustice is dope, so I'm gonna follow the transitive property and think that this is gonna be good if you like fighting games and you like story. So
Yeah. Don't get it on the Switch because fuck playing a fighting game online on a Switch.
yes, oh please Nintendo, fix your online.
Well, it's all Wi-Fi. That's the problem.
It's
You have to
part of the problem.
buy an Ethernet adapter. But yeah, that's why another reason why I'm like I don't know if I'm gonna buy the online pass because I don't think their online is worth it.
No, it's like no. Splatoon ran fine online.
Well, netcode. What do you know? Uh, Ultimate Alliance 3. My wife during the Game Awards saw this and was like, "I want that game," and I was like, "What?"
And you're like, okay, let's get
I
that
think
game.
I think it's just because Guardians of the Galaxy's in there, and she's a huge fan of Groot and Star Lord.
Yeah. Also, I think that's a good way to get her into like more normal kind of games. It's Diablo Marvel style with like multiple characters.
Yeah.
So like that just sounds like fun.
And on the Switch, that'll be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Bust out the Joy Cans. And then the last game on our list is Outer Worlds. This is the new game that's coming out from Obsidian. And a keen ear will know Obsidian because they're just bought by Microsoft, and they're also the publishers of Fallout New Vegas. They're not publishers, they're the creators.
Of the Fallout New Vegas and the original Fallout. They created Fallout.
Yeah, but old Fallout sucks. But this game is not an Xbox exclusive.
No.
This game will be coming to all platforms. I do believe it is in development before they were bought. It had to have been.
It's almost done.
Yeah. So, no, yeah, they did it in like 9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this game, I mean, hey, Fallout sucked this year, so this is the perfect opportunity for them to come out swinging and be like, "Hey, Bethesda, there's another horse in the race for your type of games because Bethesda, y'all need to be held accountable for your shit." And I know that Bethesda's a beloved company. I do love like everything that Bethesda does, except this Fallout 76 stuff is too far. You guys made a real shit game, and it's 2019 now. It's about time that you start squashing some of those bugs. Maybe update your engine
Yes.
because a lot of the shit's unacceptable at this point. Like when Skyrim came out, nobody gave a shit. But now, like, it's too buggy.
Yeah. Just use Unreal. Come on.
Well, I think it has to do with the amount of items that are in the games and all that kind of stuff. Have you played any of Bethesda stuff?
I have. I hate them. I don't like Bethesda games.
I was like, all the like, there's a baseball here and it needs to stay in this exact spot wherever you dropped it forever.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff. So
Not
I get
my kind
that
of
that's
game.
hard.
Yeah. I just like I respect them as a company because I know they do good. Like the stories and stuff are good. They create awesome worlds, and that's a really really tough thing to do. But they're just not for me. I can't do the first person like I don't know. Maybe if it felt like Destiny and it was like,
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Is that their games, like even like the shooting is fucking horrible. And how you would, that's why VATS is the savior, and how you would make a Fallout game that doesn't have the way that makes shooting feel good. Ugh. It's like
Yeah.
when I went and played Red Dead Online, I was like, oh, without Deadeye, shooting is horrible.
Yep. Man, I have so many games I gotta finish.
Red Dead is so much fun. Goddamn.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it so far, and I said for the longest time that game was not for me, and I enjoyed it. Like I tried it, I decided to try it, and I'm gonna finish it. So yeah.
Even if it's just a someday, you know what I mean?
Like, no, it's gonna get finished.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the games that are coming out in 2019. Do you want to do the ad read real quick?
Yeah. This next segment, because we don't have any listener questions, this is a one-off segment. It's brought to you by Cosmodrome Vodka. From the desk of a random individual at Cosmodrome Vodka, welcome to 2019, Guardians, and congratulations on 100 episodes to you all at BADS. That's quite the milestone. And the only way to celebrate such a big milestone is with a bottle of everyone's favorite vodka. No, not Smirnoff. That's toilet water. Cosmodrome Vodka prides itself on not tasting like filtered porcelain water with hints of urinal cake. We have higher standards. And in 2019, our standards can only go higher, which is why we are announcing our newest vodka flavor, Fireworks Champagne Vodka. Why keep champagne in the closet unless it's New Year's Eve or someone's wedding? It's a simple recipe. Add 250 milliliters of champagne to 500 milliliters of our signature vodka, then cook the ingredients via the firework emote from Destiny 2. See what we did there? We started out small so as not to raise expectations too high to start out the new year. We even remembered to not mention the multiple lost limbs and singed eyebrows from misfired fireworks. Oh wait. We gotta go. Emergency quality control meeting. Seems lighting employees on fire, even if they're smelly hunters, is frowned upon. Oh well. Please remember, Guardians. In Cosmodrome, just some Guardians. Podcast guests poop while recording.
All right.
Thank you, Cosmodrome Vodka.
Offer code FuckBoyPaul.
Yes.
Poor boy Paul.
So, Ben, we've been talking a lot this episode about the games we've been playing, the games we played this year, and what's coming next year. But I think we need to rank the games that we played of 2018. We need to send off 2018 and tell everybody what were our favorites.
These are our favorite games that we played in 2018, not our favorite games from 2018.
Yes. Most of them are from 2018.
Yeah, I think all of mine are except for well, no, it didn't make my list, so.
Yeah. So,
Mine are all from 2018.
top 5.
You want to go in reverse order?
Yeah.
From the bottom?
Let's do reverse order. Let's do one honorable mention first.
I'll do honorables at the end. Come on.
All right. So what's your number 5 favorite game you played this year?
What's your number 5? Because I don't know yet.
Oh, my number 5, and this is I guess I don't know. I haven't beat it yet, but it's Red Dead Redemption 2.
See,
It's
that
not getting
game. That game's on my list.
Yep. It beat out Breath of the Wild, which was close. But when it really comes down to it, Red Dead's better than Breath of the Wild in my eyes.
That game achieved things that we didn't know were possible in games. It had a level of immersion that I think is unparalleled. And it really, like, it's jank. Like, it's got a ton of jank, and it's fine for what it is. Like I said, I kind of want to go play it again. It's just so long, but like for a good solid month and a half, I was just Arthur Morgan, living my best cowboy life.
Yeah, dude. and I'm like not even halfway through, and I like really, really, really want to finish this game because the story too has been. They tell the story in a way that's natural, you know, in a way
And
that
that
makes
game,
sense.
that game makes you take your time doing everything. And there were so many times that I was playing it where I was like, God damn it, can I just be there already, get to the next mission? But like that, I think is the biggest charm to it, is that I did finish it. Like,
Yeah.
despite all the like bullshit things that it made me do, that just like played into the immersion even more. And like, fuck, like I, by the end of it, did not mind riding for 12 minutes on my
Yeah.
horse to get to the next mission.
Right.
You know
Which
what
is,
I mean?
I think it's a similar feeling to the one you get with Mass Effect. There's just way more.
Yeah, and it's easier to understand because I know what the Old West is. I don't know what
Yeah.
interspecies relations are.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, Red Dead, fucking fantastic. Like the first time it thunderstormed in that game, which I think it only did once for me.
That's
Which is
crazy.
the other thing. The amount of times that that game did something one time is incredible.
Because I've had quite a few thunderstorms, but it just seems natural, like part of
Oh yeah,
life, you know.
but you know what I mean. Like there's so many like one-off instances in that game that it's very it's incredible to see.
Something I think they nailed that you don't really pay attention to, I just realized right now, is the time passing from day to night. Because usually it seems way too fast because they want you to experience both. But in Red Dead, it is obviously daytime, way more than it's nighttime. And when it's nighttime, you're like, I shouldn't be out.
Yeah, I would camp at night,
Yeah.
and not because I thought that Arthur needed to sleep, but I was just like, it's dark. I can't fucking see what I'm doing anymore. Like, I'm just gonna camp till morning.
Yeah, and it just helps the immersion. Like I just realized that now, that the day and night aspect of that game is also incredible.
Man, there's so many good games
Yeah.
that I played this year.
You
It's
have
hard to
a-
think of my number 5.
Ugh. Yeah, the top of the list is a little easier.
Fuck. I think, honestly, I want to give it to Hollow Knight, but I think it's going to be Jackbox 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of fun that I've had with Jackbox 5 this year is so, like, it's so fucking funny. That I love the Jackbox games. It's always a good time.
The
It's a good way to
robot
get a bunch of people
rap
over.
battle is pretty good.
Yeah, the rap battle's fun, and Patently Stupid is one of my favorite games ever. I don't know. It's just it's a really good one. Not I did say before that I think it's the strongest Jackbox. I don't think so anymore. But
Yeah.
it does have 2 of the best games on it. The other games, I think that there's other packs that have more good games, but the 2 best games are on this pack.
Nice.
What about your number 4?
My number 4 was actually a game from 2017, and that was Horizon Zero Dawn.
Fantastic game. Did you beat it?
Oh yeah, I beat it.
I got
And-
to like the end ish. Like I'm very close. I know like the big spoilers. But I didn't finish it. Maybe I should add that to my list of things I need to just.
You didn't
Finish off.
finish it? I played the
No.
the DLC also. Where are you at? Where are you in the game?
I can't say without spoiling it.
Okay. Well, it might be at the perfect point to go do the DLC and then finish the game, because the
Oh.
DLC it fits best in the story.
I'm sure I'm like 2 missions from the end. Like,
Yep, that's where you want to do the DLC.
Like, I don't know. I'm very close to being over.
But yeah, finish that game. Absolutely incredible, beautiful game. I am saddened that it didn't get any awards at the 2017 Game Awards. But like, it does not put it in. Like, it's a 10 out of 10 game. I don't know what it actually got rated, but Horizon Zero Dawn, definitely 10 out of 10 game. Definitely play it.
Yeah, that combat, and it was fun because it's a game where you can beat it and get through it if you just want to do that, but also you can get very stylish with the way that you do stuff.
Oh
and
yeah.
like the mechanic of like knocking parts off and going for the weak spots and changing, what type of arrow you're going to use is great.
There's so
And
many different weapons too that you
and like
don't even think that you can use.
I love the hunter challenges.
Yeah,
Where
those are
like,
fun.
oh god, it's so fun. This is a great game.
And that's one of those games too where if you zoom out on the map, if like the whole map were open, no fog of war, and all the little dots, you'd be like, nope.
You'd be like, what is this, Far Cry? Is
No.
this Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, there's so much to do.
My number 4 is a game from 2014. And it's made by Capybara Games. It's called Super Time Force. And we had talked about it when a couple months ago, maybe, that when I did my indie game roundup.
Oh yeah, is that the one
this-
where you like die and your like shadow stays when you come back
Yeah.
through again?
So it's hard to explain, but like when you're playing the game, if you die, you rewind time to sometime before the run starts. Or sometime after the run starts, I should say. And your character that died will keep their path and keep doing whatever they were doing until the point that they died.
Yeah.
And at the end, you watch like a replay of everything. And you'll just see people like popping in and out, like warping around and stuff. It's so fun. Like when you go to do DPS on a boss, I've beaten bosses with 3 seconds left. Like where I get to the boss and there's only 3 seconds left. And I'll just shoot for 3 seconds. Mission ends, rewind back till right when I saw the boss, do another guy. So then when you see the replay, it'll be like 15 dudes standing there like, and the boss's health bar just goes down immediately.
Yeah, that's cool. I heard about a game that sounds like it's got similar mechanics that you might want to check out. It's called 1 Minute.
You mean Minute?
Minute? Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be it.
Minute, you die every 60 seconds.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe I'll try that game out. But yeah, Super Time Force, I can't recommend enough. It's really, really good. And it's on everything. PS4, Xbox, the Vita, Windows, Mac, Linux. It's on everything, literally.
Nice.
Except Switch. It'd be a great Switch game.
Oh, man. It's not on Switch, though?
No, but it's on Vita, and I have one of those, so.
Oh, okay.
And it's your save gets uploaded to like their server, so like you could switch your save around between consoles.
Oh, nice. That's perfect.
So I got it as a PS Plus game for Vita, so I have it on my Vita and on my PlayStation, so I can just like bounce back and forth if I want to.
That's dope.
Yep.
So it's like Fortnite. We laugh, but it's true.
Hey, I wish Scott was here. Ninja looked like a total idiot on New Year's Eve trying to get Times Square to floss dance, and no one did it.
It was so good.
That one's for you, Scott.
All right, so number 3, my third most favorite game of 2018 was a little game called Monster Hunter World.
That game did not make my list, but it was fun. I liked the combat. I like combat that like you have to work on a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's too long. I got out leveled by everyone too quickly. It is too hard to join with people.
Yeah, I just really enjoyed the gameplay loop, and it was just an RPG with no story, basically, and it didn't really have an end. It still doesn't have an end. It just, I don't know. I logged easily 150 hours into that game. It was just fun to go out and try and kill a big monster with your buds. It's just like boss fight simulator. And yeah, I'm really glad. Like that might be a game that I will jump back into because they're continuing to release content for it all the time.
Yeah.
There's currently an Assassin's Creed event happening, crossover event. So
Too much for me. My number 3 is Shadow of the Colossus Remastered.
nice. I need to play that still.
I had not played the original, and fuck, that game is great. And it's short too, which is nice. It's one that you can squeeze. It's a good like, oh, I just finished Red Dead. Let me play something that doesn't take the rest of my life to beat. So, I don't know, but climbing those colossus and like those worlds are so fucking big.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of jank in that game, and whether it's intentional or not to make it like difficult, it's not clear. But parts of that game feel really fucking bad. So, like the climbing feels really bad, but like I don't know if that's on purpose. And like some of the stuff is just like trying to like land on things correctly is pretty difficult.
Well, it's a remaster, not a remake, right?
Yeah, it's a remaster.
That's so it plays like a PS2 game. That makes sense.
It just looks really good.
And it's your number 3.
Yeah,
Plays
I
like
don't
a
know.
PS2 game, and it's your number 3.
Only other beef I have with it is like every fight's exactly the same, where it's like crawl up this thing, find a weak spot, and like blast it with your sword. But like some of them were fucking really fun. Like there's a flying beast, and that one's like you're in like the desert, and this thing like flies around. It's fun. You have to like shoot arrows at it. It's very difficult.
Boss fight simulator.
Oh, some of the fights though, god damn, there's one that like you have to hop on this thing's back and get it to punch in a specific area, and you're in the water. There's like little islands, and you have to get it to punch and then jump off and hit it. And it took me no shit like 4 hours to beat that fight because I could not fucking get it to go where I wanted it to. Ugh. And like I'd be like standing on the island like waiting for it because you have to jump on it first. So I'm just like, please come over here. Please come over here. Like that game frustrated me so bad. Yeah.
Number 2. You ready?
Yeah.
Number 2 for me, Celeste. I hated platformers, and my number 2 favorite game of the year is Celeste. I cannot praise this game enough. The story and the gameplay itself is an 8-bit Metroidvania platformer. Like that's it. It's simple.
See, I haven't played it because I look at it and I'm just like, this game looks bad. But everyone won't shut up about it, so.
It doesn't look that bad. Like, get it on Switch, play it in handheld mode, like.
No, I mean, just like 8-bit, I'm not a fan of like the retro art style, even though like Super Time Force is on my list. But
so like the way it looks doesn't matter, and it looks good enough to know like what things are and like where you need to go and stuff like that. But it's so much fun, and the whole point of the game is that it's okay to fail, and if you keep trying, you'll get through it. Like. It's empowering. It does something to you on an emotional level that I have never experienced to this magnitude in a video game. And it's an 8-bit platformer. So like definitely Celeste, second best game of the year, will go down as probably one of my favorite games of all time. Yeah. Ben, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Red Dead Redemption.
Nice.
This was a really hot battle for me between my number 2 and my number 1, but
I think we have the
talked
same
about Red
number
Dead.
1. I think we have the same number 1.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have the same number 1.
Oh, really? All right.
No, see. I mean, I don't know. We talked about Red Dead already. It's fantastic. Yeah. I wish the online was better. There's just nothing to do, and I thought that they would have learned their lesson with GTA Online, but maybe they're just like slowly, putting stuff out. So,
right.
Who knows? Yeah, but that's my number 2. We already talked about it.
Nice. All right. So my number 1, my favorite game that I played in 2018 is Marvel's Spider-Man.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was just the most fun game maybe ever. I don't know. Just that it's 20 hours of nonstop just enjoyment. Like a lot of games have like boring intermediate kind of things that you just like deal with until you get to the fun parts again in a minute. There is no not fun part of Spider-Man. Ever.
That's respectable. I felt differently about Spider-Man. I feel like Spider-Man is a solid 8.
8? Didn't it get 9s? I agree with 9s. I don't think it's a 10. But like,
my thing is, every game on my list, I fucking wanted to talk to somebody about this game. Like, I was like, I have to tell people what's going on. Like, every single one. Spider-Man, I did not feel that with. Where I was like, I don't feel like I have to like run and tell people like shit that I've been doing in Spider-Man, or tell people like, oh, you got to play Spider-Man, it's so good. I'm not saying it's a bad game. Spider-Man just got edged out. Like that's like would be like 6 or 7 for me.
Right. For me, Spider-Man, like I was telling everybody about Spider-Man and telling people about things that were happening in the story of Spider-Man and about how much fun it was and how much they needed to play it. Like I was doing all that stuff with Spider-Man, and I have to say too, did not encounter a single bug ever.
No, it's clean, it's polished, it's really well done. My problem with Spider-Man is you're either swinging or fighting, or you're doing that bullshit. Like if it's not swinging or fighting, it's bullshit. Because like I don't want to be Mary Jane. I hated all that stuff. The mini games I thought were fucking terrible. Like the one Mary Jane mission that was kind of cool was in the train station when Spider-Man was on the roof. But otherwise, you like bump into a box and like it's all over. And playing as Miles, same thing. I was like, this sucks.
I'm excited for the next one because you know Miles is going to be a playable character and he's going to be Spider-Man.
I also did not finish Spider-Man, so like
you haven't finished the story.
No, that's my other thing. I got to the midway point when everything turns. And a little past that, but I feel like if I would have finished it, I might have a different opinion on it. So like, that's the biggest reason it didn't make my list, is because I didn't finish it.
Okay.
And
here's the thing too, where you think you are is, yeah, it's about halfway through hours wise, but you've got almost all of your side stuff done already, don't you?
Yeah, I've done like everything.
So when you get back into it and you're playing, yeah, you're going to have still about 10 hours worth of game. It's all story.
That's cool. Yeah, it was, I don't know, it was a game that I felt okay going to play something else. Whereas like Red Dead, I was like, no, I'm going to just play this. Like, I don't want to go play anything else.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, I was kind of like, yeah, play some Spider-Man. And then, you know, it's fun. It really is. But as far as games that I thought were like the pinnacle this year, not for me, which is, you know, fine. I'm surprised Spider-Man was your number 1, honestly.
Really? Me? Spider-Man being my number 1?
Never mind.
Comic book nerd, and like here's another thing that I think Spider-Man just nailed, or Insomniac nailed, is that it's a Spider-Man story, but it's one you've never heard before. It feels like Spider-Man. It feels like it's got the same like tempo story-wise as a Spider-Man as like a comic book story, and it's new and it's fresh, and the way that it like the Mary Jane Peter Parker dynamic, what they are going through when you play the game, that's different. And it's cool, and it really digs deep into those characters. Like,
see, I'm not a comic book guy either. That's my other thing. Like, to me, Spider-Man, I'm just like, well, I'm not really into comics, but like Spider-Man's cool enough, I guess, you know. Whereas for you, you're like, dude, I fucking love Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So like, I could see why that's your game.
Yeah.
My game of the year, my number 1.
Okay.
It's God of War.
Oh, duh! How did I not know you were playing that? That is on my shelf right next to me, and it's the next game. See, I have to beat a bunch of stuff, and then I'm going to give God of War, like the rest of the Game of the Year nominees that I have unboxed, waiting to go, a fair shake. I don't want to go into those games with baggage. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm excited though.
God of War and Red Dead, it was a huge battle for me because you have Red Dead where it's something we've never seen before in games. But when it comes down to it, when I finished Red Dead, I was like, cool, I'm done. Like, finally, it's over. Like, I remember near the end of that game, I was pushing really hard to get to the end because I was like, I've been playing this for so goddamn long. And
Yeah. Long is not always good.
God of War, I finished and immediately was like, when is the next one? Like, as soon as I was done, I was like, can it be out now? Like, I
And
want to keep playing this game, but it's done.
and then
like,
you
I'm
realize
bummed.
that they're maybe a year and a half into development on the next one, and it takes like what 4 or 5 years for a game like this.
It sucks. But that game, like, start to finish, was fucking incredible. And it was a game that, it was stuff we've seen in games before, but it was all executed flawlessly.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing, in my mind, there's nothing bad about that game.
Nice.
Like, I can't think of a single thing that I was doing where I was like, I don't want to be doing this. I wish that, like, I could just be done with this. Maybe grinding. There's some stuff that you could grind, but I just chose not to do it.
Right.
Where I was like, you know what? Like, that armor's a little bit better than what I have, but, like, do I really want to put in, like, 6 hours? Like, they put in some stuff that if you just want to fight in God of War, you can go do that forever.
Yeah.
Which is cool. That's not what I wanted out of God of War. I wanted to just play through the story.
Yeah.
Which was fucking fantastic. And time again, that game just, like, made me, like, like, I was, like, taken back multiple times playing that game where I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Or, like, I did not see that coming. Like,
yeah. And it's beautiful and like, how many glitches? None.
And that the single camera the entire time, like, there's moments in that game that you think the single camera would be a detriment, and it's not. Like, it adds weight to some scenes that, like, normally in a game you just like, oh, this happened, now we're gonna cut from where I'm at to, like, home. No, like, there's a part in it that I really want to spoil. It's so fucking good, and, like, as a parent too, like, that game just hits so hard. Like,
I think that's another cool
fucking
dynamic,
amazing.
and something that we're starting to notice more in the gaming industry is that the people that are making games now are our age, maybe a little older, and they are people who have gone through the same things in life that we have. And now they're making the media that we love to create the most, as opposed to people who aren't necessarily in the same vein. Like, when you're playing Mario as a kid or Zelda or whatever, you know, like, that's being made from people who don't understand you. But now the people that are making the games understand what we are, like, what we're like and what we're going through.
And they have the capability to tell these stories now.
Yeah, because they're in those positions now instead of the people who.
Well, and just the
making games 20
technology
years
is
ago.
allowing to tell those kind of stories.
But I was
Yeah,
listening to a podcast today, and it had Corey Balrog was the guest. He is, and for those who don't know, that's the game designer, the game lead, director. Yes, thank you, on God of War. And he's like just like us, you know, like if you were to interview, if Ben had made a video game and you were to interview Ben, it'd be the same, you know.
There you go, guys. Give me a job. I can make the next God of War.
No, but like, he was just talking about his life and about all this stuff and about how, like, he doesn't understand travel still. He's like, wait, you have for your job go to all these different places, and that's crazy. Like, how are you supposed to direct a game when you're going, like, especially at the end of it, through, like, when you're traveling all over this stuff? And it's things you don't think about. And he's very active on Twitter, and he communicates with the community, and you're starting to see the, like, barriers to gaming and to, like, the content that you consume from the perspective of the creators a lot more too. Even the really super polished, immaculate Game of the Year video games.
Yeah.
And I just think that's a really cool thing that we get to experience in seeing this it's still a new medium progress, because gaming wasn't really a thing until the 80s. It was there before, but like not really.
Well, and like with, I don't know, God of War, like I said, it's just flawless in my eyes. Like I was constantly like transfixed on the story. I always just wanted to know more, and like that aside, like the combat is fantastic. Like all the weapons feel really good. The axe feels fucking amazing, and like just like the fact that there was like the different weapons, and like you could change basically your stance, and it had different moves, and it was complex enough to where like if I wanted to, it was simple enough so where if I wanted to, I could just go and like destroy everybody. But if I wanted to, I could do some really fucking cool combos, like, and get pretty fucking stylish with the game.
Yeah.
And it was so awesome. Like when you're like throwing your axe and then it's over there, like you throw your axe, it's still stuck in the wall, and you just rip some dude in half, and you notice somebody behind you, so you call your axe back and it hits him in the back of the head, and you just do a quick turn and split him in half. You're just like, fuck.
Yep.
It's so good. And like everything, like there's a if you do this while you're like unarmed, it does this. If you do this while calling back the axe, like the same button, it'll do something different. If you're holding the axe, the same button does something different. Like it's so like it's almost too much to where like you have to really focus on it. But they made it so you could play it on these hard difficulties, and you have to know these things.
Yeah.
Or if you play it on normal, you can just like have a good time. But like if you want to get crazy, you have to know the combos. And the New Game Plus is really good. Like it adds a couple new armor sets. It streamlines a lot of stuff. Like you don't have to go get the different materials. Everything is just one crafting material at the end game. And I don't know, it's fantastic. Like, and even playing on New Game Plus, I wasn't stomping through it. Like it was just as hard as the first time.
Nice. I heard a good explanation on a podcast where they said this game is what you would want, exactly what you would want from a Thor game.
Yeah. It's the best Thor game there is.
Yeah. All you do, reskin Kratos as Thor and the axe as Mjolnir. And,
well, I mean, Infinity War.
Yeah.
He had an axe. Sorry, I spoiled that part.
Yep. Not really that much spoiler. But yeah. All right.
Those are our lists.
What are your honorable mentions?
Well, real quick from the chat, Bibble gave us his list. It's God of War at number 5, Shadow of the Tomb Raider at number 4, Journey at number 3, Destiny 2 at number 2, and number 1 is The Last of Us Remastered, which I completely agree. Fantastic game.
Yep. If you played The Last of Us
this year,
I'm surprised if it's not on your number 1 spot. You know,
I did play it this year, but I played it a long time ago, so I figured it's not worth putting on here.
Yeah.
BST Sanctuary. This is number 5, No Man's Sky. Number 4, God of War. Number 3, Destiny 2 Forsaken. Number 2, MTG Arena. And number 1, Breath of the Wild.
Nice.
Good picks.
I gotta say, MTG Arena I've been having a blast with. It's been a lot of fun getting back into Magic without having to spend any money on it. And I have surprised myself so far in that if I continue at the pace I'm going, there is no doubt in my mind that I'm going to hit Master this season.
Nice.
Yeah.
You should play your other games.
I should. But I'm just like having fun and realizing that I'm like not too shabby at Magic. So that's been kind of cool.
So honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm going to throw out 2. One is Zelda Breath of the Wild. And the other one, which might have made my list if it had been out longer, has been Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Yeah. My honorable mentions: Hollow Knight, Far Cry 5, Monster Hunter World, Destiny 2, obviously.
Yeah. Goes without saying.
Super Mario Odyssey, and Hunt Showdown.
Oh.
Hunt Showdown was fun. It's too buggy. I haven't jumped in since I played it way earlier in the year, so interested to hop back in. All right, That's the show tonight, and you can find me on Twitter and everywhere at Ben Malone. We're pretty much everywhere. The show at BarelyADS, except for our email, which is BarelyADSAnyShow@gmail.com. Remember the website's BarelyADS.com. Yeah, band of the week is Walter etc. Remember, walteretc.bandcamp.com.
Nice. Yeah, I've been Xanafan. You can find me everywhere you can find me at Xanafan711.
Cool. Keep an eye out for the Mass Effect Game Club podcast. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it seems like it's going to be coming soon.
Yeah, so. Fudd and I are about to start talks about planning that first episode, so it should be fairly soon.
Better hurry. Me and Nips are about to finish Mass Effect 1.
Yep. Sunday. This coming Sunday, I have the whole evening to myself, and I'm going to plow through the first half of that game. But yeah. Be the light you want to see in others, everybody.
Cool. See ya.
Oh, we need to clap. We didn't clap at the beginning.
Oh, shit. All right, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
What?
That clap was perfectly in sync on my end.
Oh, on my end, it was not. That's okay. I always go to the end of the show to line it up anyway. It's easier to find.
Yeah. All right, we got to raid somebody. Let me see. Who is on? Let's raid Stack Up.
With a party of like 3.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, peace out, y'all, in the live chat. Thank you for hanging out. Love you guys.
Yeah, I think I'm going to finish Mass Effect tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just have to do Vermeer.
Nice.
Well, Vermeer and then the end, but